let's just go. Okay, I'm starting the live stream. Yeah, right now. Yeah, and we are live. We're live. Good evening, Todd. Good evening,
Hey.
Good evening, Arsen.
Hi.
So we are here live. I think many people will join in pretty soon. This is a part of East versus West Armwrestling event. Please donate and support this event. Like this match, this epic match, Todd versus ZOLOEV, has been brought to you by fans. It's been by your money, by your support. So please do it. Link is in the description. Please keep on doing it. I will translate if needed. We have Arsen to translate as well. But let's start with the super easiest question. So I'll start with Todd. How are you feeling? How are you doing? How's been training going?
You stopped there for a second. Who did you ask?
Oh, to you.
Oh.
How do you feel? How's it been going? And how's the training?
Training's going well. This is short notice. Usually to arm wrestle a Canadian, a month's notice is fine. But to arm wrestle a Russian, I'd prefer to have about 9 months lead time on it. But it's going well. I'm working out every morning. Everything's going fine. I got about 3 kilograms I got to lose before I get there.
But how do you feel compared, to let's say other matches that you have had in the past?
Oh, I'm fresh as a daisy. That's one of the things that works good. Because when I pulled ZOLOEV before, he was a young, strong man, but now he's a whole lot older. So he's just a slowed down old man, but I'm still a fresh young boy. So, I mean, things are going to go just fine.
Okay, good. So I will do quick translation with main parts. So то, что тот сказал, ну, это очень быстро брать этот матч, да. Он сказал, ну, если этот канадец, который я буду матч с конец, это месяц хорошо. Если это русский, тогда 9 месяцев было нужно. Ну, как есть, так есть, да.
Типа на канадцев мне достаточно месяц готовиться.
Тот же самый вопрос, как ты чувствуешь, Хаджи, как тренировки, где ты сейчас, как ты чувствуешь, если вот смотришь на себя как спортсмена, где ты был и как ты сейчас есть, и как ты думаешь, твоя форма будет лучше, как был на чемпионате России или просто?
Ну, как сказать, сейчас форма нормальная, потому что в прошлый год в связи с пандемией не было ни чемпионата Европы, не выступал нигде практически год, и вот на чемпионате России себя проверил достаточно уверенно. Я даже, честно сказать, не понял, как я выиграл. Ну, то есть вообще легко получилось. Форма, держу себя в тонусе, я не так, знаешь, как нет соревнований, то есть поддерживаю себя в форме постоянно в тонусе. Сейчас просто некоторые проблемы со здоровьем были после России. Сейчас восстановился, вроде нормально, готовность, тренировки, что, слава богу, плодотворно, без травм и так далее. То есть, готовимся, как говорится. Ну, просто на самом деле срок подготовки, если бы я знал заранее, что буду с Годзиллой бороться, то, конечно, я бы уже и методику тренировок поменял. Сейчас, уже приходится, что где-то добавлять, где-то, например, убирать, потому что соревнования там надо быть более универсальным, там надо и так, и так. А так как мы с ним оба в одном стиле боремся, в принципе, надо просто где-то что-то закреплять и понимать, что делать дальше.
Okay. I'll translate. So Haji said, like everyone else, he didn't have any competition for the most time. I asked him about his form in Russian nationals, and he said he really doesn't know how he won so easily, because he hadn't had like great training camp and everything else, and he was just he felt good on table because I think he was fresh. Now he's dealing with some health issues, and they're getting better, and he said he's training a lot. He's preparing as much as he can. He says it's a good thing that we're arm wrestling in the same style, so you don't have to think about preparation that much because the style is pretty similar to what he's doing. It's just small nuances, and basically that's it. Give me a second. We'll check.
Ray, ask me how is my shape now, Ray. I eat milka.
Okay.
I'm about 120 kilograms, and my weight is more bigger. В общем, я большой и толстый сейчас.
So Arsen is coming back. You heard it here first. He's 120 kilos. Never been bigger, never been faster. But do you, Arsen, with Haji, спарринга никогда не делаете сейчас?
Я 8 лет вообще не
Я
тренировался.
делаю, Арсен вообще в зал не заходит уже сколько.
8 лет, вот месяц стал тренироваться, дорожку делаю и чуть-чуть худею и все. С 2013 года, вот как последний раз в Литве поборолись, я в зале вообще не был.
Yeah. So I asked Arsen, does he does some training together with Haji, and he said last time he did arm wrestling on table was 2013. So we won't see Arsen ZOLOEV coming back at all. You know?
I don't know. Now's a good time with this fan sponsored stuff. Now would be a good time to make a comeback.
Yeah, I agree there. So the big thing, and this is the good question for each of you will have a little separate question. So when we ask anyone, even me, I will say, if match gets stopped and longer it goes, more chances of victory it is for you, Todd. Do you think that's the issue, or do you think you can match Haji for speed and starting strength?
Oh, I can't beat him for speed. I agree with your comment that we arm wrestle in the same style, because I created a whole YouTube playlist of just his matches, and I watched all. I go, man, that's exactly how I would arm wrestle, except he's been developing a top roll. He doesn't show it all the time, but every once in a while he pulls a top roll out of the back pocket like some rabbit coming out of the hat. But yeah, I can't beat his speed, so I'm sure he's going to launch first every time. And then what I've noticed was he'll hit two times in a match. I've never seen him hit 4 times. You know, I've seen him hit, and usually if he hits twice, he wins. But I've never, I think I saw somebody take 3 of his hits and then end up beating him, but I've never seen anybody take 4. So I'm biting my tongue, hoping that I could just count those hits. And once it gets to 3 or 4, then I'm going to see how I feel.
So you two think it's your best chances for you is to stop him, take those hits, and then drain him out.
Yeah, I have to. I can't. I am so slow. You can time my reaction speed with a calendar. I am so slow these days.
Okay. I will ask question to Haji. Haji, просто я спросил, если ты спросишь у меня, у кого-то эксперта, мы все скажем, что так, если шансы выиграть больше у Тодда, если это долгий бой, да, когда он тебя может остановить, и ты не можешь закончить, тогда больше шансов выиграть у Тодда. И больше шансов выиграть у тебя, если ты быстрый, да, или через круг, бок, вверх. Нет. Как ты смотришь на это? Ты думаешь тоже, что шанс лучше выиграть тебя через старт или через выносливость?
Знаешь, как я скажу, может быть, скромно будет сказано, но мне кажется, за столом надо почувствовать. Не могу сейчас сказать, что и как. Все, по состоянию стола, то есть мы станем за стол, и уже будет ясно, что делать. Либо через старт работать, либо... Конечно, хочется сразу выиграть, конечно, хочется быстро выиграть, чтобы не грузиться, потому что это же не одна-2 схватки, там нужно будет бороться 5 схваток как минимум. И поэтому пытаться быстро выиграть, это было бы, конечно, плюс, но с Тоддом такие быстрые победы не прокатывают. С ним придется порубиться, придется побороться. И стол покажет, как говорится, то есть, кто сильнейший, тот и выиграет.
So, я переведу, да? So I asked question to Haji. Like most people will say that Todd has better chances the longer match goes, and Haji's chance to victory is to finish it fast. And Haji said, like, of course you want to finish Todd fast. You want to, you know, get the hit. He said, but most likely we'll end up in a fight, and then the table will show who is the better one. That's the, you know, condensed, quick answer that Haji gave. I hope I didn't forget anything. If I forget anything, Arsen, please tell me. Arsen isn't listening.
Sorry.
Well, when you were talking, you froze for a second, so I didn't hear most of what you said anyway.
Okay. We have Engin Terzi. Good evening, Engin.
Hello, guys.
Yeah.
Hello, Engin.
Engin, start with a question. Join in and start with a question.
I'm just warming up. You guys continue. Is Arsen really coming back?
No, no.
Or is it a joke? Oh, okay.
It was a joke.
I kind of get excited. I just hardly heard something like that.
Yeah, it's a joke. We want it, but he said he's 120 kilos and have an arm wrestle for 8 years. So most likely we will not see him coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe only for Laletin.
Or Laletin. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about last time.
Laletin would easily beat you now.
Я вернусь только ради Лалетина.
Yeah, and Engin said that Laletin will beat you easily.
Maybe.
Okay, guys. So, what do you know the rules? I don't think we need to get in those things. It's more about the physical shape you're in. So last time you met, how many things have changed? Let's start with Todd. Like all the
last time
meetings,
they met was unlikely. People think that, you know, that it wasn't super match. It was the Zloty Tour open class, and you know we are talking that, you know, ZOLOEV should finish Todd quickly, but that one was ZOLOEV came back from losing side and won that match. Of course, it was overalls, but still, you know, it was the last time they met. In my opinion, I know you asked them, but in my opinion, Haji needs to be about like 10% stronger to secure 3-0 to win the match. 5% better, it will be close. If they are very near power with the endurance, Todd is gonna win the match. I think that like Todd's joint would tire anyone, you know, in his weight class. I don't think that if you can't dominate him, I don't think that anybody can beat him.
Okay, but let's get back to that question.
10% сильнее, чтобы выиграть 3-0. Если на 5%, то 2-0. Если у вас силы будут одинаковы, то проблемочка у тебя будет.
Okay, so how many things have changed since the last meeting? Like, in your opinion, Todd, let's start with you.
What's the question again?
How many things have changed? like last time you met with ZOLOEV, how many things as for you as an arm wrestler have changed that you see you have better chances of winning?
Oh, I'm basically the same size and weight I was back then. I'm still roughly 100 kilos or so. Of course, I've been training, I don't however long that was, 8 or 9 more years ago. The one thing pulling the super heavyweight class did is, well, I'm starting to develop not a top roll, but a way to defend against top rolls. But none of that's going to benefit me in this match. So, brute power is probably this, you know, the same. I think my hands are a little stronger than what they used to be, just because I'm pulling these taller guys. The biggest thing that changed is ZOLOEV is a lot bigger and stronger than the last time we met.
I have a question, Raymond. What was ZOLOEV's weight last time they met? Arsen, can you ask?
Хади, сколько тебе?
Я, честно сказать, я не... Ну, 82 где-то вот так.
How much?
82.
Was in 82 kilos. Yeah, 82
Yeah,
kilos.
yeah.
But he doesn't remember clearly. Yeah. Хорошо. I will ask in Russian for Haji. Так, Хаджи,
Под 78 килограмм там выступал предварительно. Да, 78.
где-то так. He's like about 82 or maybe a little lower, maybe a little higher.
So he will be about three weight classes bigger than last time they met.
Yeah. So, Хаджи, прошлый раз, когда вы вот встретились с Тодом, много, да, ты стал больше, чем когда-то был, по-моему, да? Как ты смотришь на свои шансы сейчас? Ты сильнее, чем ты был тогда? И что изменилось? Вот как ты сам чувствуешь, как спортсмен? Потому что иногда мы чувствуем, что мы сильнее стали, но, может, скорость не тот, выносливость не тот, you know?
Давайте я скажу так, смотря на Тодда Хатчингса, это тот же самый пример, что с возрастом он слабее не становится. Все равно, ну, я не знаю, по крайней мере, кому он, кроме супертяжей, проигрывал.
Мне.
Ну, а ты что, не супертяжку? Ты тоже тяжелый был, 110 килограмм по сравнению с Хатчинсом. Что прибавляется? Человек намного опытнее становится с возрастом, да, время прошло, опыта побольше стало, нету тех горячих эмоций, чтобы вот с горячей головой бежать в бой, ну, чтобы делать какие-то глупости. Первую борьбу я на горячую голову боролся, пытался там что-то зацепиться, поставил себя в опасное положение, у меня получилось и травма, и то, что и сам себя загнал в эти условия, что устал сильно, прям не смог дальше вообще сопротивление оказывать. А на Немирове, когда уже на золотой боролся, тогда уже более как-то с холодной головой уже подошел к этому вопросу и категорию выиграл, и в абсолюте, по-моему, я третье место дал, чтобы я занял.
Ты где-то пропал, пропал, я конца не слышал, извини.
Зачем мы остановились, чтобы я заново не начинал?
Еще конца скажи.
Как сказать, с возрастом человек все равно... У нас интернет, походу, тормозит.
Raymond, what was the question? What was the answer? Just.
I just couldn't hear the end of it. Хаджи, говори.
Ну, я говорю так, что с того времени, то, что тогда было, и сейчас, конечно, это две разные вещи. Но с возрастом я стремлюсь к тому, чтобы меня за счет не списывали. Вот как я сейчас, все говорят, типа, тот Хатчингс возрастной спортсмен там, и так далее, ты сможешь его выиграть сейчас. Я это не слушаю, потому что тот Хатчингс очень достойный, очень серьезный соперник. Это связано с тем, что он себя на уровне держит и показывает очень хорошую, красивую борьбу. То есть он никому практически слабых соперников не проигрывал, а есть такие имена, кого даже и выигрывал, поэтому его недооценивать не стоит. И сейчас говорить о своем уровне, какой я был тогда и какой сейчас, ну, я это каждый год подтверждаю. Не знаю, это должны люди говорить за меня, а не я сам за себя.
Ну, ты сам чувствуешь сильнее, чем ты был?
Ну, конечно, чуть, ну да, получше стал, потому что с того времени со многими хорошими спортсменами я тоже поборолся и достаточно удачно поборолся. Но просто были какие-то моменты, где-то я спотыкался, у меня были такие серьезные травмы, поэтому я никогда не афишировал, что я травмирован. Я проиграл. Мне не стыдно проиграть, если где-то проигрывать тоже надо уметь, но главное достойно себя показать.
Хорошо. Okay, I will translate. So the question was basically how did Haji felt before and how he feels now, because he's bigger, and how does he feel like as an arm wrestler, how that has impacted him. And he said, like, first of all, like, many people think that just because I'm younger, I will not take Todd Hutchings seriously. He said, just look at the man. He's like so dedicated. He's keeping himself active at this stage. And the only time Todd loses is to someone who's very good, like world level good. So he says, like, there's no taking it this match easy, and has never been. And he said, comparing to where he was and he is, he says, of course, I feel stronger. I had my, a lot of injuries, like serious injuries. He said that where I feel why I lost some matches that I shouldn't lose. But all those matches, all those losses made him better and stronger. He said, you need to learn how to take a loss. And he said, like, just the opponents he's been beating constantly, he feels that he's stronger than he was when the last time you guys met on table. Yeah. Okay. Engin,
What?
give me something good. Give me something good.
No, you continue. I just listen.
Oh man, there's so many spammers on the chat. It's terrible. They just keep spamming everything. Okay. It's an issue, but it's a weird issue, but it's still an issue. Todd, do you think, jet lag will be an issue? Like, from your experience, because you have been to Europe quite a lot, so you have been everywhere, and jet lag is always something you need to deal with it. Do you think it's because you're a very short time in Turkey? How do you feel about that? Will it give you disadvantage?
It's not. It's more than just jet lag. It's not only is it jet lag, but it's also the 15 hours of stuck in a tiny little seat. You're not eating the food you're used to eating. You're not sleeping in your own bed. Everything's either tiny or bigger than what it's supposed to be. But the more often you travel and do that, the better you are at handling it. And then when we had our super match, he had to fly to Vegas, and Vegas is a weird place for anybody. But I always feel a little lethargic or something. But usually within an hour or two of the match, I feel all right. But the lead up to it, the other thing is when you travel someplace, you have all this time with nothing to do but worry about your match. You know what I mean? It would be different if I was sitting at home, where I could go do stuff. But man, I'm sitting in a hotel room eating food that isn't mine, hearing people talk in a language I don't understand, and all I'm doing is thinking about how many things I should have trained harder or that I don't know.
There will be a lot of people that will be speaking your language. Some people like Matt is coming, Tony is coming, and other people. Sarah will be there, Sarah's husband. I think you will be around good company.
Yeah, they're all worried about their matches too. So we'll all be huddled together nervous.
Yeah, but even your opponent will be worried about your match as well. So everyone is the same. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Will we see a top roll? Will we see a top roll in this one? Because I saw you tried to top roll Jerry, because that was the best chance of victory.
I've been working a top roll, but I know I got video of Hadzi top rolling people. So yeah, I think whoever loses the first one is probably the first one to top roll in the next match. It's probably what happens.
Same question I will ask to ZOLOEV. Я спросил у Тодда, мы видим вверх, нормальный топ-ролл. Он сказал, что я вижу, что не есть видики, где Хаджи делает нормальный топ-ролл. И он сказал, будет так, что кто первый проиграет первый раунд, тот и будет стараться использовать топ-ролл. Да.
Ну, это всегда так бывает, да. Потому что первая попытка, если понимаешь, что ты там грузишься, ты пытаешься другую технику использовать, чтобы, может быть, повезет, и я удачно быстро выиграю. Поэтому нужно разные стороны иметь. А почему я начал верхом бороться? Это потому что после Таутива Георгия все стали со мной верхом бороться, чтобы якобы пройти меня верхом. Я его подтянул настолько, что я уже чтобы никому не давать шансов верхом бороться. Я уже сам использую то же оружие, то, что против меня используют. Поэтому Я его подтянул для верховиков с крючковиками, милости просим, я всегда только рад бываю побороться. Но таких спортсменов сейчас, кроме Саши Андреева, ну, в моей категории нету. Все пытаются верхом бороться.
So Haji's like, so everyone remembers when Tautiev beat Haji with the top roll, and he said like everyone should start to top roll me. Like no one's trying to go and hook at all. He said, so I'm using their weapon against them. He said like there's no one except Sasha that really tries to go and hook. He said, then of course I have to try it. And he said, of course in the match we'll try to top roll, because if you can open up and you feel you have a better chance of winning through that, of course you're gonna, you know, use it. So this is the match where we might see top roll, not, you know, Hermes and Matt Mass. We will never see a hook, I don't think, but yeah. Okay, let's see some good questions. Okay, guys, everyone who's in the chat, please give your questions to Todd.
Also donate more for the super match than race channel, please.
Yes, please do it. Please, link is in description. It's you know, it's you can find it everywhere. It's in description. It's already good sum of money, but we still need more for this event to be, you know, perfect, and more events are about to come if, you know, this works out great.
There are some problems, Raymond. I didn't mention, but you know, there is a possibility that Russia to extend the travel restrictions to Turkey direct flights.
Okay.
And Artur Makarov's flight is already canceled, so they will have to come from a third country.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is how we are doing. So there will be much more expense than, you know, what we expected, you know, for the Irina as well, and Arthur. Of course, Arthur's will be covered by different sponsor.
Okay. One question is like, of course, you guys are focused on your own match, but we'll see Devon versus Mike. You know, Todd, give us quick thoughts on that match. Who do you think is the favorite?
I think Michael Todd wins it as easily as he won the last time. I think Michael Todd beats Devon again.
Okay, your sparring session with Michael Todd was the most spectacular video of all time. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that was such a great. I'm like, what's going on here? There's, yeah. Просто так, маленький, вот Майкл и Девон, как вы обе думаете, кто выиграет, Майк или Девон? Сейчас, в следующей неделе.
Они какой рукой борются? Правой, наверное?
Правой.
Ну, я не знаю, они оба непредсказуемые. Девон знает, как с Майклом бороться, он его уже оружием тоже против него использует. То есть Девон очень грамотный, очень умный спортсмен. У Майкла Тодда только кинг-мув в его жизни присутствует, ну, во время борьбы. Он может предоставить еще борьбу в трицепс, и все, там ну, только вот эти две техники использовать. Но Девон Лорайт, он уже знает, как с ним бороться, скажем так. Просто у Девона иногда бывают проблемы там с рукой, притом правая рука, она у него постоянно там в травмах вся. Не знаю, кто как подойдет, но я смотрю, Майкл Тодд упорно готовится, молодец. Лорайт тоже красавчик. Я вообще, ну, я сейчас тоже уже стал вот болеть только за таких вот уже, как бы скажем так, пенсионеров, которые остались у нас, потому что я сам к этому иду, я сам хочу на таком же уровне держаться в таком же возрасте. Поэтому я и за молодежь болею, но больше всего я акцент не болею всегда уже за старшее поколение. И мне интересно тоже посмотреть. Я не знаю, что сказать, но свои предпочтения по технике отдаю, конечно, Девону Лорату. Именно по технике. Они оба красавцы, то есть молодцы, но по техничнее, мне кажется, Девон Лорат.
Okay. Арсен, я переведу, потом ты подумаешь. Okay. So, ZOLOEV, his prediction is Michael Todd. He said like Michael Todd's very easy to figure out. He just has two moves, like it's King's move and shoulder press. He said, but those moves are very strong. He thinks that Devon Larratt, like he has arm wrestled Mike so many times. He's very smart, very technical. He can do almost any move on arm wrestling table, but he always had like problems with the arms and in some injuries and things like that, and he doesn't know where they are. And he says it's very hard to predict this match. It's a good match anyway, but he's giving edge to Devon Larratt. Okay.
That's the popular play. A lot of people think Devon figured it out since the last time. I would go with that if I saw anything that looked like he did. It would be hard to train for Michael Todd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and for all their talk, don't usually completely change their styles between matches. You know? But I mean, Devon's certainly capable of winning. I just don't think he does. I think it's best of 5 or best of 6? How's it?
I think it's 6 rounds with 7 optional.
Oh, yeah. I think in that case, Mike, yeah. If it was like best of 5, Devon probably has an advantage. But yeah. I think best of 7, I think the last ones go to Michael for sure. So, but yeah, but some old guy went to Arkansas and made a video to teach Devon how to beat Michael Todd. All he's got to do is, he's got to pay attention.
Yes, Arsen, как ты думаешь?
А я вообще говорю так, то, что когда они вдвоем борются, победит только King Move, больше никто. Поэтому такие матчи, где двое одинаковых борются, и все 6 раундов, в смысле, рано или поздно это придет к тому, по крайней мере, последние 3 раунда, я уверен, что это будет вот это лежание под столом, там ногами они будут...
3 раунда или 6?
5 у них, по-моему, 5.
Сколько
у них? Наваль
6
раундов. Ну, значит, последние 4 раунда у них будет вот это, под столом оба лежать будут. И
потому что Девон тоже...
Это не борьба, вот я не знаю. Для меня Ларат был вообще такой вот, прям вот он как был, правда, действительно супермен, вот такой. Ладно, Майкл тут всю жизнь боролся, вот, King Move, вот это движение. А почему Ларат пришел к этому движению? И, короче, такой армрестлинг нам не нужен, как говорится. Please translate this for Engin.
Okay. I will translate like
последнюю борьбу, которая проходила между Майклом Тоддом и Ларатом, я смотрел тоже. Ну, честно, я был за Майкла там, потому что Ларат прям запрыгнул на стул там, очень грязно и хитро боролся тоже. Там были какие-то нарушения, я сам был, на стороне Майкла тогда, потому что Майкл боролся в King Move, по-честному. Ларат немного там хитрил, и там была, честно сказать, грязная. Грязи больше было со стороны Девона Ларата там.
Okay. Переведу. I will translate. This is for Engin.
5 for me.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's for you.
It's my opinion, really.
Yeah. So Arsen lives. This is Arsen's opinion. He said, however you look at this, most of the time of the match, both guys will be under the table. He said, I don't know why do we need this kind of arm wrestling because he said Devon Larratt was a Superman in our sport, and that somehow he just went to this dark side of King's Move, and we don't need 2 King's Move.
One thing. What exactly King Move? You mean desperation move?
Yes, desperation. Yes. Thank you. Sorry.
Okay.
Desperation move.
Yeah, and he said we don't want to see that, and he said I'm not happy about it. And then Haji said in last time they were arm wrestling, he was on side on Michael because he feels Devon was a little bit dirty arm wrestling, and he said even though Michael was sitting on King's Move, he was cleaner arm wrestler in that match. And yeah, that's
okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna comment anything. There was a point. There was a point in that match. There is a picture. There was 4 fouls in same picture. Michael's elbow was out from here. Devon's elbow was at the center of the table. Devon's shoulder was past in the center, and Michael's shoulder was below the table. At the same time, there was four fouls at the point.
And were they called?
I have no idea. I think Devon put his elbow back later, but I think Michael remained this side of the table. I mean the pad. I don't know. It looks different, than what we
Рэй,
used to.
вот, sorry. Рэй, вот знаешь, как если вот наше мнение, вот как, ну вот спортсменов, которые еще когда-то выигрывали что-то и понимают в армрестлинге, раньше мы это расценивали как шоу, то есть там это длинная борьба, двое спортсменов могут там под столом бороться, но сейчас, как Хаджи сказал, это уже грязная борьба, то есть это уже перестало быть шоу, это именно вот какая-то вот возня, вот, ну я не знаю, как это на английский перевести, это какая-то вот как какие-то крысиные бега, не знаю.
Yeah, Arsen is saying, he said like every arm wrestler who has done something in arm wrestling career, he said like we were looking at it back in the day and saying like this is more show than arm wrestling. He said, but now it has evolved to something different where it's not beautiful, not real arm wrestling. It feels more like cheating.
I have something. I saw Devon's practice videos, and I kind of doubt what Arsen said, that when he said that both guys' shoulder will be below the table.
No, I don't think so too. I don't think Devon can win Michael in that. I don't think so.
Yeah, Michael also lately he remains his shoulder above the table. He goes like open top roll, but he doesn't go under. I don't know how he will do this match. And the last practice matches of Devon, he also stays close, and especially the ones that I saw with Matt Mask. And I think he will try to stay above. At least he will try for the beginning. If he needed to go later down, I don't know about that. But I kind of give edge to Devon because I kind of think that Devon has the enough of horsepower right now. He's big enough, and that size is not like whatever he is eating. The people talking about what's that he's talking
pancakes.
Yeah, it's not because of that. He's stronger now. And that's not only fat. I think he has enough of horsepower to balance the match, and then I think the endurance will play the role, important role. And I don't know. I think Devon is gonna. I don't know. I think he can win. I give 51-49 to Devon, but I support Michael.
Okay, Todd, I want to know your thoughts on this. Do you think Devon will try to win a King's Move match versus Michael Todd?
Todd, just reject this question. Just tell him to
desperate move.
Desperation. Wait.
Desperation move.
I don't.
Рэй, ты очень проблемную тему поднял.
But I'm not sure if this is true. But I grew up thinking. I think what I've always heard was Engen's the one that named it the King's Move like 8 years ago when Michael Todd first started doing it. And,
what's that?
Because I asked John Brezink, I go, why do they call it the King's Move? And John Brezink told me Engen named it that because it's like checkmate when you win the chess match.
No, it's not true. I never even once called it King's Move. It's Derek Smith. Derek Smith's name.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just telling you what I heard, and this was easily 8 or 10 years ago. For the last 10 years, I thought you named it King's Move. I don't know where the name came from.
No way. I would never call it King. There is only one king in this sport. That's John Brezink.
What do you see? Do you think we will see again double King's Move?
I think you will see both of those guys value victory over excellence. So I think they will both do whatever they can get away with to win.
Okay, good. Yeah. So Engen, turns out you're the father of King's Move. I didn't expect that.
I mean, I don't know how John even thought about such things.
Maybe in a forum, in some comment, and
No, never. I always part back.
It was back when John and Engen were doing the. Did you have a Facebook page?
Yeah.
It was back in then.
Yeah.
It's when I heard it. I didn't have Facebook at the time, but that's when John told me that's why it was called the King's Move.
That is.
Listen. Do you know the really inventor of the desperation move is the teammate of Haji Murat ZOLOEV. It is Anatoly Mayransaev.
Yeah.
I didn't know. The first guy I saw doing it was the Canadian.
Первый, кто
but-
стал использовать
Was
этот
who?
King's Move, это говорит Майрон Савви. Engin, Italy, 2001, I think, yes?
Yeah. I had a surgery because of him. I didn't see anything. I was only seeing here him, you know. Same day. He beat Rustam Babaev. I took first. He was second. Rustam was third. Yeah, it was very bad weight class.
That's terrible. Okay, let's get away from King's Move, Desperation Move. Let's get away from it a little bit. We'll start with Haji and Arsen. Матмас или Hermes? Кто?
Я думаю, Гаспарини выиграет. Потому что Гаспарини поехал на вал, он не знал определенно правил соревнования и так далее, что там можно делать файтстарт или загибать кисть. Он привык к европейскому армрестлингу, он не знал, что такое армрестлинг в Америке и что там могут делать. И поэтому неожиданно все для него получилось, он не мог свою борьбу поймать и так далее. А сейчас он, во-первых, прибавил в весе хорошо, в силовых прибавил, в технике. То есть, я не знаю, смотря на его видео, конечно, я не видел долгое время его борьбу, но смотря на то, что он делает и как он тренируется, он в очень хорошей форме. И я думаю, он возьмет реванш на этот раз.
Okay, so Haji says he thinks Hermes has added so much to his arm wrestling, not only power, speed, technique, but everything else. And looking at everything he's been doing, training wise, as well as, you know, just work on table with Vitaly, he thinks it will be enough. And he thinks he was a huge disadvantage with the rule set. Like, he didn't quite clearly understand what were WL rules and how they would work in real life. And he gives, you know, he will take a revenge match. Arsen?
Ну, мы тогда это обсуждали уже, Рэй, и то, что я всегда, я говорил, еще когда не было вот этого, все начались разговоры после его практики с его практики Гаспарини с Лалетиным, когда он с Лалетиным, как я извиняюсь, да, чтобы я не ошибся. И после этого разговора я говорил о нем, мне очень его борьба нравилась давно еще, хотя мы с ним на этих соревнованиях, по-моему, не боролись, он как-то не попадали, но именно очень технично, мы с Терзи с Энгином обсуждали это. И как в НХЛ говорят, как за и Кросби, когда кто возвращался, как после грецкого, это, да, следующий, там, the next one, или что-то типа этого. Может, после Джона как раз идет вот по возможности вот как-то доминировать над соперниками, идет Гаспарини. Поэтому я считаю, то, что он безоговорочный лидер. Хотя в то же время, да, и как бы ему уже тоже 30 лет, он раскрылся только сейчас. То есть, чтобы, наверное, ну, конкретно в этом матче, я считаю, наверное, он явный фаворит. А то, что касается вот моей истории о том, будет он следующая легенда армрестлинга, время покажет. А так, победа 99 оставлю на него.
Okay, so Arsen said, like, first of all, he will start with 99% he gives victory to Hermes. And he said, like, he's been talking about Hermes for a long time. Like, he didn't have a chance to arm wrestle him or anything else. He says, like, there's parallels to Crosby coming into ice hockey when Gretzky left as the next, you know, best arm. And he said, like, he could be the next John Berzank or the next guy. The only time will tell because of the talent this guy has. And he says, a huge fan. Like, yes. Todd?
I agree with everything everybody said. I just think Matt wins again. I think it was I know the rules for sure messed up Hermes. I don't have, you know, but it's still that's a big deficit to make up with it between one match. You know what I mean? And it's not like Matt just sat there and didn't do anything preparing for the match either. So now that they both know each other, it'll definitely be closer. I'm just going to give the edge to Matt only because he won the last one.
Okay.
He said that, Todd, you say that You agree with everyone, and they say Matt wins.
I agree with everything you said about how good Hermes is. And to be honest, my record at picking these matches is like 1 out of 10. I am so horrible at predicting who wins a match, you know.
You should never say that. Now, you must be saying that, you know, Hermes is gonna win when you say that you are so terrible at it.
I'm not gonna say I'm not going to say Matt's going to lose when he's one of the few people that's going to be crying with me before our tournaments that speaks my language either.
I have a question for you. You are the probably person here that who is most experienced right now here in this conversation about both WAL and the regular like pile WAF rules. How much difference? What is the difference? Can you explain? I never pulled there, and I never had any trying, you know, even in the practice table. Like what is the difference, you know?
The biggest difference is the folks I pull over in Europe would probably like the WAL rules because there's not a lot of loading in front of hand. You know, like Rustum would be perfect for WAL because, you know, you close your thumbs, you close your hands, go. There's not that fighting. There's not the refs turning your hands around. You know, it's a really light load and then a blasting hit. So yeah, any of the very, very fast people would thrive at WAL, which is why Matt Mask does real well in it too, because he's like a no load guy with a big vicious hit.
I thought from outside it looks like, you know, you can go high and low before the go there, no?
Well, our reffing is very inconsistent. You're not supposed to go high. You're supposed to close, go. But then that was year one. Then every year it gets worse and worse. You know? It used to be close your thumbs, then close your hand. Then the ref would stand back and look, then come back and say go. But now it's thumbs, hands, go. You know what I mean?
Okay, so, but your first comments were about the years ago or now? Because now the way you explain looks like, you know, you can load it, like you can go up, you know, before the go.
Well, you can go, but you can't put a lot of back pressure on.
Okay.
Your hands are still your hands are still loose. You know, like Rustum doesn't load at all, right? Rustum just closes his hand. Where, as opposed to, you know, you get these people locked in, and then the ref turns them around, and it's all that fighting. So yeah, it's not that style.
I have another question for you. You know, Rustam and Rustam usually, like whenever he wins, he was very explosive against you. I don't remember all 6 rounds, but did he try any slow pull with you, or all of them were explosive? Or do you think that in a slow pull, he still would have chance against you or no?
Well, it might have been slow for Rustam, but it's still wicked fast and explosive for me. I don't know, man. That's a bad dude. And, you know, he just might be the mountain I can't climb ever. My hat's off to him. I got a lot of respect for him. I don't know if I could have beat him in a slow pull or not. I'm not sure I could have beat him if we were in the straps, but I think I would have had more of a chance because he's so fast. I don't think he could have hit without me reacting had we been tied together. I've never been in the straps with him.
Yeah. Okay.
And the straps help if you're slow. The straps help because when the other guy hits, you can't help but react because your arm is holding on. Yeah. But if they're fast and they pop out on your fingers, if the slow guy is really in trouble without the straps.
Yeah, but he beat you in hook too, right? In an explosive start.
He beat me in whatever you call his style. It's the Rustam style.
No. I think I saw him out and I saw him like this way too. No, am I wrong? Do I remember wrong?
I to be honest, I don't. It was over so fast. I don't remember. All I remember was walking home with the Russian filmmakers, and I just said, "Man, I'm not going to get any faster. I don't know what I'm going to do to come back from this." You know, that was a brutal weekend.
I remember it was just like deep hook 6 rounds.
Yeah.
You know, I remember like that was so sad. Just sitting in audience because it was 4 rounds, 4-0, and we're like, I turned to Giannis, I'm like, yes, we'll see a hook, we'll see like a war to figure out, and 2 more rounds like that, and I was like, you know, you put your tickets away.
I have another question for Todd. You pulled both Arsen and Rustam. you
Arsen
put
and who?
Arsen and Rustem, and who wouldn't you want to pull between those two?
Who would I not want to pull?
Переведи,
Yeah,
пожалуйста.
yeah.
Они между собой
Right now,
могут.
today, well, I don't want to pull Rustam ever again, but right now, today, I'd rather pull Arsen. Actually, if Hadzi Murat can't show up, I will have my super match with Arsen in June, if that's fine.
No.
And he doesn't have to weigh in. He can come in at 120.
I mean the prime Arsen. Come on.
Oh. No. And we can even pull left hand if it makes the deal better.
Арсен, понял? Надо переводить. Нет?
Переведи, пожалуйста, я что-то даже выпал из этого.
Просто Инге спросил, который ты лучше хотел, не хотел бороться, Рустамом или Арсеном? Он сказал, этот Арсен каждый день буду. Можно на левой рукой тоже.
Вот сейчас когда?
Сейчас. Да. Так что, может, не только Лалетин, maybe, Todd Hutchings too.
Тот Хатчингс, мы его любим, уважаем.
He said we love Todd Hutchings and we respect him too much.
You know what is like pity that Arsen and Rustem pull 8 years in same events twice a year, and even in a professional or anywhere they never met each other.
How is that possible?
Yeah, that never happened, and my money would be on Rustem. Sorry, Arsen.
No, in which category?
Okay, yeah, I understand. Yeah, I mean 85. Just say 80, 85.
85, 79.
What?
78.
78. I don't know. But only thing I know that you went from 75 directly to 85. You skip Rustem's weight class.
Ooh.
Sorry to say. Sorry, but
No problem. Эй, просто это знаешь, как было. Я всегда придерживался того, что лучше же выиграть более легким путем, чем 85 был комфортный вес, там не было, там был Любомир, по-моему, еще кто-то. Зачем надо было 80 килограмм убиваться с Рустамом, если можно было проще выиграть 85?
So Arsen said he wanted to win fast and comfortably, and he said that at 80 there was Rustam. He said at 85 there's Lubomir. He said I'll better have better chances with Lubomir, so he went to 85.
at least he's super honest.
He's honest. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. Maybe some good questions in chat, but everyone's just fighting about something. I don't know about what.
What are they fighting for?
I don't know. It's very weird. Oh, I want to ask Todd. I don't know if Haji and Arsen are but RVJ will have match with Sasha Andreev. Do you think RVJ has what it takes to beat Sasha in a super match, 6 rounds? Because it's a tough thing to do because of his leverages. It's very similar to you. Keep pull all
that. This is RVJ is very, very good, but in his weak spot is pulling in the straps. And I've coached at least 3, maybe 4 people against RVJ in a super match, and they all lost to him. And I told them, this is how you pull RVJ. They do it one match. Well, RVJ will usually give up the first match. And then the people I'm coaching, it's like, stop listening. And then they lose the next 4. So, and I like Sasho. I like Sasho a lot. I really like his style, but I just can't go against RVJ until I see somebody consistently beat him,
Okay. Yeah. That's what I wanted to know. Let's check the chat. 8 people from Brisbane. Yeah. Okay, guys, leave some questions right there because I cannot see. There's too much, weird things going on. Yeah. What else is going on in the world? What else can we need you guys to figure stuff out? Because you have pulled almost everyone that's pulling right now, at least one of you, which is great. you know. But yeah. Engin, do you have something to weigh on?
I thought that you were gonna do something. I didn't think about it because I ask enough. I get involved enough. I have enough haters. You know, they're probably saying, "Shut up, let them talk."
No, you never read the comments, Engin. That's the number one rule. You never read the comments. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, the last big super match of the day, the same day you guys are pulling Bozhidar and Tony Kitowski. I don't know, Todd, how much have you been following Bozhidar? He's one of great inside pullers of the world.
You got to say that over again. You froze again while you were talking.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, Bozhidar versus Tony Kitowski. Have you been following Bozhidar Simonov? Do you know about him?
I've just what's been coming across my Facebook reel. I'm gonna pick the American Tony, but that Bozhidar I am very impressed with. That I mean, I'm glad I don't have to pull him. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Trust me. Most people are happy to not to pull against you. You shouldn't worry about anyone.
Yeah.
Your elbow joint is just like made of steel.
Oh, wait till you see what I'm coming up with, man. I am so close to developing a tendon training program. I'm just working the bugs out of it. It might be as big as the desperation move in a year or two.
I mean, as long as it's fair.
Oh, it's training, so of course it's fair. You know?
I mean, I don't know. You compare with desperation. I thought that it was a move or something.
I'm just saying that it's well known.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, when you come here, maybe we talk.
I'm looking forward to it. I want to tell you exactly. Yeah.
Join.
And I want to talk to Coach Ray too, because I just watched Coach Ray's video on elbow pain. So there are some things I want to talk about to him as well.
Yeah, he will be there as well.
Yeah, I'll be there, and yeah, like while I have the opportunity, I think you are one of the most educated people in arm wrestling. Like when you do your seminars, I'm like, I agree with almost everything. Like there's because those were the system that I was brought up, and those were the things that I noticed. So I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. Okay. Okay, best question, and we'll finish with this question. Who has more side pressure? Todd, do you think you have more side pressures than ZOLOEV?
Of course.
No, I have prettier side pressure.
You have prettier side pressure.
He has more, but mine's pretty. Mine is just sexy as hell.
I love Engin's like. Хаджи, у кого больше блок? Side pressure. У кого? Тебя или у Тодда?
Я, честно сказать, первый раз, когда поборолся с Майклом Тоддом, он меня сильно поразил.
Не.
С Тоддом Хатчингсом, я извиняюсь.
Да.
Все, я извиняюсь, я просто перепутал имена. Он меня очень сильно поразил своей борьбой, потому что я, честно сказать, уверенно ехал в Америку, думая, что у меня самая сильная сторона – это боковое давление, но тот Хатчингс, мое мнение, поменял сразу же после первой же борьбы. Даже когда мы боролись с ним на золотом туре, я думал, не буду его контратаковать и так далее. Думаю, дам ему пока свою борьбу побороться, чтобы потом уже как бы сделать свое одно и мощное движение. И тогда получилось. Что касается армфайта, сейчас сказать, у кого из нас мощнее, потому что мы уже выросли, уже столько лет прошло, что не могу сказать, у кого из нас мощнее сейчас это давление будет. Я в этом движении как бы все равно пытаюсь все сильнее и сильнее становиться, потому что бывают очень хорошие спортсмены, тоже с кем приходится иногда побороться. Тот же самый Рустам Бабаев всегда в этом движении сильный бывает, и в этом движении нужно быть тоже готовым быть. И было такое, что долгое время мы с Рустамом Бабаевым тоже не встречались, и на Латашино в турнире встретились, и мы, честно сказать, друг друга опасались предварительных, чтобы мы поборолись. А в финале мы уже начали по-серьезному бороться. И, ну, первую схватку он выиграл, потом уже суперфинал я уже забрал за собой, он был уже за мной. Но там тоже были такие моменты, что я доводил до победного, но судья не давал ему поражения, якобы, ну, хотели устроить шоу. Я уже начал как бы понимать это, и я уже в конце отпустил, не стал бороться, думаю, в супер матче я уже буду по-другому бороться, и вот так получилось. Не могу сказать, у кого из нас, мы именно в этом движении, на самом деле, ну, считаемся одними из самых лучших спортсменов. Он в Америке, я у себя в России, Рустам Бабаев в Украине, то есть судить, кто из нас сильнее, это вот, как говорится, на армфайте все будет ясно.
Спасибо, да. So Haji said, like, first time they met on table, he said, I was traveling to USA and thinking like I have the strongest hand in the world, like no one can do. And he said, like, Todd hurt me so bad that the next time we met, I didn't want to go like meet him in the middle. I wanted to do a little better. And he said, somehow I end up on top and I won the last meeting. And he said the same thing about when he was facing Rustam Babayev in Lotashino. He said they had the first match. He won the second one. He said, like, I felt I got in more uncompromised positions where I needed to give up to have, you know, better chances at winning again. And he says, like, it's very hard. It's a tough thing to figure out who has stronger, but I think we will have somewhat answer on 12th of June. So I encourage everyone, please donate for the event. It all goes to athletes, to travel expenses, you know, to everything else, and more things like that are to come. And, you know, we want to thank everyone who's already done that and for everyone who's going to do that. Thank you, everyone.
The stronger part, the question about the stronger is different thing, but about the side pressure, I have no doubt that Todd has, you know, stronger side pressure. But, you know, it's not enough to win always, you know, but he has stronger. I don't think pound for pound, anyone has stronger side pressure than he does.
Pure.
I want to ask a question to Haji Murat about his brother. Can he tell us, you know, his brother's level? Like, is his brother, can he compare him, like, his 75 kilo version in the past? Is he any close to that?
Okay, yeah. Хаджи, твой брат, новые сенсации армрестлинга, Алан, да? Энгин хочет узнать, как ты думаешь, сравнить тебя с ним в 75 килограммов? Как ты думаешь, ты тогда был еще сильнее или он сейчас уже сильнее, чем ты был? Ну как?
Я сейчас, знаешь как, он сейчас первый год как себя проявляет и говорит, что он готов бороться сейчас на очень серьезных соревнованиях. Не могу сказать на 100%. Мы к этому идем, готовимся, чтобы это было, ну, реально, и чтобы уже вот таких вопросов не возникало. Ну, как? В этом возрасте я уже был как бы уже 3-кратный чемпион мира. А Алан сейчас пока к этому идет, и дай бог, есть, ну, у него получается достаточно удачно. И я думаю, ну, надо работать над этим, конечно. Нет, я не могу сказать, я сильнее, он сильнее, потому что у меня уровень тех спортсменов был другой, сейчас другой, у него практически сверстники все, ну, а я уже когда боролся, у меня был, вот Ингина Терзи я тоже застал, мы боролись с ним в категории, и мне не легко было выигрывать, а сейчас Алан только выиграл чемпионат России, надо дальше посмотреть, что будет, как будет. Он тоже будет ошибаться, где-то проигрывать и будет делать работу над ошибками, чтобы уже уверенно себя проявлять. И поэтому сейчас рано говорить об этом, не знаю.
Okay, so he said Alan right now is still in a process of proving himself. He just won Russian nationals, but we still need to figure out some things. He said at his age, Haji was already 3-time world champ. He said, Alan hasn't done that yet. So he's on his way you know, but we still need to do it, and they're working on it. And he says like everything with him is great, but it's just testing. And he said like wins that Haji got wasn't easy, and he was fighting with Engin and other guys that were super strong. And he says like the whole landscape was different when Haji was coming up and now when Alan, but still Alan needs to prove himself in world championships and, you know, other competitions with high level.
But he thinks that he has great potential and he is just progressing more and more. Another question while Haji is here, if somehow we try to set a super match for him, will he be allowed to get permission from his army school? I think he's in Army University or something. And can you ask him, you know, if it is possible, and in how long, you know, like notice, you know, time, you know, that we need to ask him to get the permission from there, if it's possible.
Engin хочет знать, если Engin сделает какой-то супер матч у Алана, может он, потому что он ходит в армии школу, да?
Да. Университет, военный институт, да.
И сколько будет на, ну, как, я не знаю по-русски сколько, ну, время, чтобы он мог, ну, месяц впереди.
Там, знаешь как, я скажу, там не предскажешь, потому что военный институт, он специфичный институт, это не как гражданский институт. Отпросился, либо сделал какой-то себе отпуск и поехал на соревнования. Институт армии, там могут вообще не пустить за границу, сказать, ты никуда не едешь. Все зависит от генерала, который будет подписывать бумагу. Там, чтобы его просто завтра сделать армфайт и вызвать его с института побороться, это проблематично. Поэтому это нужно будет заранее обговаривать и с институтом, и с руководством института, чтобы они его...
Сколько ранее вот это Engin хотел знать? Ну, вот так. 2 месяца, 3 месяца?
Чтобы заранее знать?
Да.
Ну, я не знаю. Это не предскажешь, потому что то они на учения уезжают куда-то на поля там. Ну, это армия, там все как в армии в этом институте. Не могу ответить на этот вопрос, потому что вот сейчас даже у него сессия проходит, и он за год, вот он сейчас на каникулы приедет только летом, в июле месяце, на месяц домой. И ему нельзя будет тоже куда-то, потому что у него командировочные, подписаны, что он едет домой. Если он пересечет границу, его могут, ну, отчислить с института.
Okay. So he's going like to very serious army school, and the only one that can give him permission is the general. So right now he will come back for July for, you know, for holidays for a month, and the only thing he can go is home. Like he cannot go over, you know, borders or something else. But of course we can try. So we can try and ask to set up a match, give a date, and they will try to do it, but they're doing so much learning, so, you know, different stuff. So it's very hard for him to get out. But
so he's in army school, and he's still by himself training there in St. Petersburg, right?
Yeah.
He's in St. Petersburg.
Он там сам занимается, тренируется, ну, сам же, да?
Ну, он, знаешь, когда бывает время, их отпускают на тренировку. Их вообще иногда даже не пускают на тренировку. Хоть он и чемпион России сейчас стал, чтобы были какие-то привилегии для тренировок. Я вот с ним разговариваю, его иногда даже вообще на тренировку не пускают. Все, казарма, они в казарме сидят. И все, он может выйти на улицу, во дворе просто кросс пробежался и обратно в казарму. А в тренажерный зал, чтобы позаниматься, его могут и не пустить иногда. Когда бывает возможность, он, да, занимается. Но сейчас он идет к этому, чтобы завтра он себя проявлял здесь, пока что на соревнованиях. Вот даже вот если чемпионат мира будет проходить по армрестлингу, мы даже со 100% уверенностью не знаем, отпустят ли его туда или нет. Мы не можем даже на этот вопрос ответ дать.
Okay, right now, like he said, like they finished the school and he basically needs to sit in barracks. He can go outside for a run or something, but, you know, it's not really scheduled training. He doesn't know when to go. And even now when he's champion of Russia, even if they say like there's world championship, there's no 100%, like it's not 100% that he can go to world championship.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I think we will finish up. Thank you, guys. I'm looking forward to see most of you. Maybe Arsen is coming, you know, to Turkey. That would be cool too.
I think
I
he's
think
coming.
I would.
So, so please donate. Link is in description. Support this event. We cannot tell you more. Some more live streams with some more competitors are coming soon. I want to thank everyone who's here.
In
Spasibo,
the left
Haji,
hand,
spasibo.
left hand, Arsen Liliev and the Todd HUTCHINGS, right? Left hand on June 12th. We said, right, Arsen?
Yeah, yeah.
Engin, no interesting for me because Todd HUTCHINGS is very old man, and for me it's not comfortable if I win.
I'm fresh as a daisy.
I love how he said not comfortable for me. But that would be great.
You
Okay,
heard it,
guys.
right, Todd? Todd, you heard it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'll see you soon on in Turkey. Thank you.
Okay.
See you guys.
Bye.
Take care, man. Take care.
Bye-bye.